Katy Perry. She's urging her fans, saying we have till Friday, January 30th, to block $10 billion from going through to ICE. This is back to the attempt to stop the spending provisions from going through. This has already been negotiated, and now these Democrats are talking about trying to stop it. Like, they're not going to fund ICE. ICE is still going to get its funding, but they're trying to stop the latest tranche so that ICE agents won't get paid. Katy Perry's going to get paid. She'll have no trouble whatsoever cashing her checks. And she also clearly doesn't care about the Minneapolis children who are going to be brutalized by pedophiles who are illegals. She's fine with that, apparently. Otherwise, she wouldn't be opposing ICE getting paid. And Katy Perry is constantly leading the life of a hypocrite. She absolutely doesn't actually care about children of America because she would have stood up for the ones who are being brutalized by illegals. She only cares about the illegals because I think she thinks that's popular on her side. But here's another thing. She is supposed to be some sort of environmental activist, Emily, which I didn't know. I actually did not know that. But as it turns out, she is. And you tell me whether what she did in space, right here, V4, is or is not environmentally friendly. Let's watch it. Yeah. There they go.
You love this so
there
much.
She is.
You'll never get tired of this.
She just got off of her rocket ship. She's Alan Shepard. There she is. I love it so much. And she is kissing the ground. And also, not just that, but she showed up at Davos because she cares. You know, they always do climate change at Davos. She showed up at Davos. Here she is floating. How much carbon expenditures happened there so that you could float? The combustion emissions from rocket launchers affect both the climate and the stratospheric ozone layer, says Sustainability magazine. It's very, very bad, Katy. But she showed up at Davos because she does care about the environment, and she wants us all to know that, to do as she says, not as she does. And here she was walking around Davos with Justin Trudeau's bodyguard holding her arm to combat the very evil Rebel News, which is our favorite outlet up in Canada, and Ezra Klein, who's up there, does great reporting. Katy Perry, Ezra Levant, not Ezra Klein, Ezra Levant. And Katy Perry is very, very happy to have her life guarded by a team of security professionals, but she does not want little children who will be attacked or raped and abused by these illegals to have the same protections, Emily. So the hypocrisy abounds.
Justin Open Borders Trudeau, perfect fit for Katy Perry. Unfortunately, they make a beautiful pair, the perfect couple for Davos, where everybody is celebrating with probably the nicest champagne you could imagine, in the nicest hotels you can imagine, and lecturing the rest of the world on wanting to deal with the obviously problematic mass immigration trends that, guess who? Democrats and people on the left all around Western Europe have actually saddled people who are even supportive of them in other policy areas with, and they're upset about it. And, you know, if you go to Davos, you can just have your security prevent you from ever having to answer questions from those folks that you've alienated.
Or you can just sit and make cow eyes at Justin Trudeau. The two of them in this video are just like winking at each other.
Oh.
One winks. Ew, he just winked. And now she winked back. It's the most pathetic flirting, and it's exactly what you would think they'd be capable of, right? These two, like, they've never done anything outside of missionary. That's very clear. Sorry. That's like very clear. There's no game there. And then back with a heavy okay. Okay.
It's not where I expected you to go with that.
It's pathetic. It's very sad. All right, wait, I've got one more celeb that I want to show you what's on his mind, because I know everybody was wondering, what about Ben and Jerry? How are they handling all of this? And here's Ben Cohen, the co-founder of the ice cream brand, Sot 10.
I was prepared to make a special ice cream today to memorialize and celebrate the life of Renee Good. But now that Alex's murder makes it clear that the murder of Renee and the government's lies were not a mistake, but standard operating procedure. I just don't have it within me. This is not the right to free speech or the right to protest. This is not America. This is sheer cruelty. This is the beginning of the end of the land of the free, unless we make it the home of the brave. Unless we're brave enough to stand up for justice, to stand up for our neighbors, to stand up for compassion. ICE must be defunded and disbanded.
Unless it's ice cream, and in which case we'll save the world. I mean, like, even I could come up with the right like pretty good. Like, come on, Ben, you can do it. I mean, he doesn't. He actually wants us to think this is the end because he can't. He just can't make the ice cream in honor of them, Emily. It's because, again, fascism. It's here. It's here. Unless the land of the brave takes over. I mean, like, the empty pablum that these rich gazillionaires offer, safe in their multi-million-dollar homes, not like the children who are getting brutalized by the illegals, right? It's so tiresome. And they have zero self-awareness.
And I always want to like the Ben and Jerry's guys because I have a soft spot for like hippies, old school leftists who are really crunchy and genuinely like they'll go out to protest, like a Susan Sarandon or someone like that. But in this case, it's very offensive to say unless the United States becomes the home of the brave, because that feels to me like downplaying a whole lot of bravery that Americans have demonstrated.
A new year means new financial goals, like making sure your savings are secure and diversified. Will this be the year you decide to talk to someone from Birch Gold Group? They use an educational approach with a deep understanding of macroeconomics. There are forces pushing the dollar lower and gold higher, which is why they believe every American should own physical gold. So until January 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start the process, just text MK to the number 989898. Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you are still eligible for a rebate of up to $10,000. Consider making right now your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate up to $10,000 when you buy by January 30th. Text MK to the number 989898. Claim your eligibility today. Again, just text MK to the number 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.